Okay, let's see what do we get under 25,000 rupees nowadays. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. A lot of options. Might be a little confusing for you guys, I guess. No worries, let's make it simpler for you with our trusty old tier list. And you know the drill. S for the best if any, A for almost the best, B for it's good but lacks one or two things, C for it's kinda good but neither I would be buying this nor I will recommend you to get this one as of now, and D for God save everyone from this phone. Starting with the Moto H50 Neo, which is priced under 21,000 rupees as of now, and this phone has pretty much everything you need in a good phone, like a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto lens for this price, an IP68 water and dust protection rating, 4K recording from all of its cameras, 256GB base storage, but still I'm gonna put this in the B tier, simply because of two big reasons. It's a compact phone at 6.4 inch, so it can only pack a small battery, but due to that the battery life is about average compared to the rest of the phones on this list. And also while the processor isn't a bad one, but with the small chassis, the phone can't perform that well while maintaining a good thermal balance. The Moto H50 Fusion might be your next pick, which starts around the same price as the Moto H50 Neo at 21,000 rupees, but for its 128GB version. For its 256GB version, you have to spend 2,000 rupees more. It's a bigger phone than the H50 Neo, so it has bigger battery, which in turn gives you much better battery life while maintaining a good thermal balance, but that is all about it. As everything else is better on the H50 Neo, as it has better cameras, more storage for the same price, a little better processor, and overall build quality is better, but still not a bad option under 25,000 rupees, so putting this on the B tier also. I don't know why this next phone exists. It's the Oppo F27, and with all due respect, it's pure garbage for around 21,000 rupees for its 128GB version. It uses a Dimensity 6300, which can be found in phones costing around 10 to 12,000 rupees, with garbage cameras for the price and a software experience that you will definitely want to forget. So a solid D tier for this beast. Yet the tagline for this phone fits it perfectly. I really wouldn't dare to flaunt this in front of anyone. Next we get the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus, around 22,000 rupees as of now for its 256GB storage variant, and this is one of those phones which is not good at anything but also isn't a bad phone. Like for this price the specs looks very promising, but the cameras are just decent enough even with good specifications. Performance is also decent even with a good processor, and battery life is also decent. Mainly lack good optimization, and I wouldn't personally buy this, so a C tier for this one. Talking about Redmi, we also have the Poco X6 from last year and the Poco X7 from this year, and as both of these can be found almost around the same price, that's around 22,000 rupees, I'm not picking the X6, as apart from more storage for the same price, everything is at least a little better on the X7. It has better display, better protection and build quality with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and an IP68 and IP69 ratings, more powerful processor and a much better battery. But the cameras aren't that good, so a C tier, but it's not like I wouldn't recommend you to get this, but if you can put aside the build quality part, better phones are available. Followed by Oppo's garbage, we also get the Vivo's garbage, that's the Vivo Y300, and again with all due respect, it's a garbage for 22,000 rupees. It uses a Snapdragon 4th Generation 2 for this price, which is again mainly used in phones costing around 10 to 12,000 rupees, combined with garbage cameras, which results in a not so good user experience. So a D tier for this beast too. Surprisingly, it also has a Plus version at 24,000 rupees with Snapdragon 695, and rest everything is the same, which makes this equally as garbage as the original. Now let's talk about the Nothing Phone 2A, which can be found around 22,000 rupees for its 128GB variant, but I have seen this cheaper. Anyways, it's a good phone that I can recommend to anybody. Yes, unless you don't like this chaya DJ lights. I personally think they look really cool. It has a good processor with good performance, and the cameras are also pretty good for the price with a nice video recording. Yes, the front cannot record in 4K, but at least it can record in 1080p 60fps, and sometimes the skin tones might be messed up. On top of this, the build quality is also decent enough for the price, and with one of the best software experiences in the market. Overall a well balanced phone, so an easy A tier for this one. Then we have Nothing's long lost brother's phone, I mean the Oneplus Nord CE4, which can be found under 22,000 rupees for its 128GB variant as of now. It has a really powerful processor with a big battery and a really good software experience, with obviously the green lights, I mean the brand value of OnePlus, and if you want a performance hungry phone for the price, then this might be a good option for you. Yes, the cameras perform decent, not the best for the price, but good enough in photos mainly, so a B tier for this. The Vivo T3 Pro also falls around the 23,000 rupees price point, and it also almost has the same specifications as the OnePlus Nord CE4 with Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 and 128GB UFS 2.2 base storage, but it has better cameras than the OnePlus Nord CE4. The front camera might be a basic one, but the rear cameras are really good considering the price, especially for photography. Rest, this also has a big battery, but the software lags behind the OnePlus, so yeah, the CE4 is more optimized here, but overall a good device for this price, so a B tier for this one. Next we get the wannabe nothing phone, the Infinix Gt T20 Pro, costing around 23,000 rupees for its 256GB base storage, which is nice. Coupled with a powerful processor and along with this design, I think it's pretty clear that it's a gaming device. So yeah, for gaming you can take a look at this, but the software is just okay at best with pretty average cameras, and also the battery life is not that good due to poor optimization. So a C tier for this. And then comes Realme with its cheap tactics. We get the Realme 13 Plus around 23,000 rupees and the Realme 14 Pro Plus for 25,000 rupees, but both of these are exactly the same phone with just one key difference apart from the looks and the name, and that's the battery size, which is 5000 mAh on the 13 Plus and 6000 mAh on the 14 Pro. Rest everything is almost the same, and by same I mean pretty average device apart from the performance, which is still good enough. But I think don't get either of these devices as of now, so I'm gonna safely place them in the C tier. You can instead get the Realme 12 Plus around 21,000 rupees or the Realme 12 Pro Plus around 25,000 rupees instead. Those are much better devices than these. Now what happens if we combine the Moto H50 Neo with the H50 Fusion? We get the Moto H50, and this is actually the perfect blend of the Moto H50 Neo and the H50 Fusion, as you get the big display and also the bigger battery from the H50 Fusion and the better cameras, yes, with 10 megapixel 3x telephoto camera and a good protection from the H50 Neo on this particular device. Downsides being the camera app like most Moto phones, which might glitch once in a while, especially when the phone heats up, which sometimes it does pretty quickly, especially when you use it extensively. Other than that, a pretty balanced device for the balanced users. So an A tier for this one. Poco F6 now falls under 25,000 rupees, and it's got all you need for giving you the best gaming experience in this budget. It has 256GB of UFS 4.0 storage with 8GB LPDDR5X RAM and powered with the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3. Battery performance for this device is good, but yeah, the cameras and the software again aren't that good. Decent enough basically. Overall a good multimedia or gaming device for this price, so a B tier just because it can do really good gaming. The Samsung A35 exists under 25,000 rupees price point for this 128GB variant, but this one is exactly the Samsung M35, which can be found at much cheaper pricing than this one, and you could get the 256GB storage for the same price or actually less, with 6000 mAh battery on that one compared to 5000 mAh on the A35. Yes, the A35 has AI features which the AM35 lacks, but overall same device with minor changes at much higher pricing, so a C tier for this one. You could get the Samsung A54 if Samsung is all you want at this price point, which has better cameras than the A35, and AI features can be found on this particular device also, with double the storage for the same price. The Redmi Note 14 Pro also exists around 25,000 rupees for its 128GB variant, but here's the twist, it's almost the exact same phone like the Poco X7, which cost much less than this one. So yeah, where's the difference, Redmi? It's just so sad to see such a popular brand with such a popular series to go down so bad, and that too I guess intentionally, in order to capture the offline market. So a C tier for this one too. So now the question is, which one falls in the S tier? I have pretty much covered all of the devices falling under the price of 25,000 rupees. So isn't there any? Well, yes and no. Like it could be either the Nothing Phone 2A Plus, which now sells at 27,000 rupees, but during any sale it can sell under 24,000 rupees easily. It basically is the Nothing Phone 2A, but for its price it has better cameras, at least the front camera, which can also shoot in 4K now, a little better processor, and obviously one of the best softwares in the market with 256GB of base storage. But I think I will put this under the A tier, as this next one I think deserves the S tier. This is the Realme Gt 60 with 128GB storage, which also hovers around 26,000 rupees or 27,000 rupees, but I have seen this in almost any sale that could be found close to 25,000 rupees. And for this price it has a Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3 processor, which is obviously better than most in this range and close enough to the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 on the Poco F6, has really good cameras with 4K from the front and the rear, a big battery with 120 watts fast charging with a decent software, and obviously a good build quality, even though I doubt curved screens more than flat ones. So if you could get this around 25,000 rupees, get this one, and I guess this one deserves the S tier then. But if you have any other opinions, do let me know, or if I forgot any other devices from this range, like there were so many already, and also I haven't included some like the Oneplus Nord 3 or the Infinix Note 40 Pro Plus, as I think these are old and totally not what to buy in 2025. So yeah, watch these other ranking videos too, and as always till the next one, this was Jaideep, see you guys.